Yes, you've read that right. This is a Football Manager 2008 Let's Play series. We're journeying back in time, 10 years. If anything, it's 11 years because the game came out in November 2017, and of course the game starts in the 2007-2008 series. It's a long time ago. I'd just received my first ever laptop for my 16th birthday, and ahead of my GCSEs I decided to go and buy Football Manager 2008. Maybe not the wisest decision in the world. I'd had a break really from Football Manager. I'd bought FM05, played that for a couple years quite religiously, and taken a little bit of a break. I didn't have the money to spend on a new Football Manager game every year, but I bought FM08, and this game I absolutely loved. It's the game of Pablo Piatti. I remember my friend came into school and said he'd found this player called Pablo Piatti, and everyone who played Football Manager, which wasn't many people to be honest, went home and bought him. And you could buy him for pretty much any team. So Pablo Piatti this is his game. What a legend. I absolutely loved that guy. He's one of my favourite ever Football Manager players. This series, it's going to be all about reminiscing really, because I had an incredible Arsenal series on FM08. And I'm going to be managing Arsenal, which you might think is a bit strange considering I'm a West Ham fan. But I had so much fun with this Arsenal team. They've got some really good young players to start with, but I bought loads of amazing players, which I'm going to show you today, the sort of players I want to sign for this Arsenal team and try and recreate my Arsenal team. It took a couple years to get going, but I managed to go 2 whole seasons with Arsenal, unbeaten in every single competition. I kind of doubt I'm going to be able to emulate that. I mean, I was young. I probably cheated. Nah. I probably did at some point. I'll be honest. You know, when you're young, you make mistakes, don't you? Please don't unsubscribe. If you are new to the channel, if you've never watched my YouTube channel before, then it would be grand if you could subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated. I've had a lot of growth lately thanks to my Football Manager experiments, which I will continue to do, but alongside this FM08 series over the next few weeks. It's probably going to be a relatively short-term save. But let's have a look then at the mighty Arsenal on Football Manager 2008. A very different looking team. Apologies if it's slightly blurry. I'm having to record this on my old laptop. Actually, one of the first laptops I used to record YouTube videos. But FM08 doesn't seem to work on Windows 10. I've tried everything, it didn't work. So on my old laptop, I've got Windows 8 before the update, because I don't think it works on the Windows 8 update, but it works on the original Windows 8. So, for whatever reason, it might be because it's an old game. It's just slightly blurry, all the text, which I'm not overly happy about, considering, you know, all my other stuff is quite pristine on the newer games. But hopefully it's okay. I just wanted to explain that first of all, before I get questions. I'm actually recording my webcam on my proper computer and the actual screen on my old laptop. You don't care. You don't actually care about this. But look at this Arsenal team. A young Theo Walcott at the age of 18 who had already been capped by England. The pace and the acceleration. Absolutely unbelievable. The man, the myth, the legend. You'll laugh, but this guy, what a beast on this game, because he, alongside Carlos Vela, I managed to turn into this incredible strike partnership, and I'm aiming to do that again. They both scored 50 goals each in one season. I don't think we're going to see that again. Adebayor was still at Arsenal. He's only 23 years old. I didn't realise how young he was back then. I mean, this is 10 years ago, I suppose. But yeah, he was a young player. Van Persie, 23-year-old Van Persie. The memories. Fabregas, who's only 20 years old. Den Nilsson, who was just incredible at one. I don't know if he was good on this game. He was good on one of the games, I'm pretty sure. Diaby, the injury-prone player, you know, mega injury-prone, 21 years old. In fact, is Wilshere here? Is this too young? Is this too long ago for Wilshere? I don't know. We'll have a look. He might be in the reserves. Gallas at the age of 20. It was a great team. Senderos and Diarra, Lehmann, Fabianski. The reserves. I don't think we have. Oh, there's Carlos Vela. He's out on loan, which is a shame. I don't think I can cancel the loan deal. But he turned it in an incredible place. He's not going to be featuring in this first season. Second season, though, he's going to be amazing for me. under 18s. Kieran Gibbs. Kieran Gibbs at the age of 17. I remember the players that Arsenal had in this youth setup. Some of them were fantastic. Szczesny at the age of 17. I think he turns into a good player. We had Reece Murphy, wasn't he quite good? It's kind of coming back to me. Henry Lansbury. Yeah, the names are coming back. We could turn this team into a very, very good outfit. Of course, it's only 3 seasons since their real life invincible achievement. That really was an incredible season under Arsene Wenger, but he never really achieved much. He didn't achieve a huge amount after that, I suppose. This is almost like we can create a new parallel universe. What if Arsenal had gone on to get rid of Wenger, bring in me, and take control? I was only 16 at the time. Bring in a 16-year-old schoolboy to take control of Arsenal and trying to lead them to glory. What would happen? Let's find out in this series. Anyway, this episode really, I've already blabbered. I do apologise. We're going to get to some action in the next few episodes. In fact, I'll probably play most of the friendlies behind the scenes, and you'll come back to me. Hopefully you'll come back to me. Please come back to me for the Spurs match in the Premier League. What a way to kick it off. At home against Spurs. We're in the Emirates, aren't we? Are we playing in the Emirates yet? I don't even know. When did they move into the Emirates? Arsenal. It seems like a long time ago. I'm trying to get used to this as well because it looks so different. Memories of FM08. Put them in the comment section below. You might not even have been born. I presume everyone would have been born. You'd only be 10 years old or 11 years old, and I can't imagine there's anyone under the age of 12 watching me. But you never know. Say hi. Everyone say hi. But yeah, let me know your memories of FM08. Where can I see our stadium? Emirates. We are playing at the Emirates. I should know. Oh, come in. Blimey. How long ago did they move into the Emirates? Centuries ago now. And there's a whole generation of Arsenal fans that won't even remember Highbury. That is ridiculous. Anyway, what was I going to go? How do I get to my shortlist? I created a shortlist of players that I want to sign. I think it's one of these buttons. I mean, I'm not so keen on this layout, to be honest. People rave about the old games, but you're meant to know what these buttons mean. You have to hover over them for about half an hour for it to actually pop up saying news. Okay, shortlist. There we go. So, I've put together a shortlist. I'm never going to sign Messi, but I just wanted to show you. Leonel Messi at the age of 20. 6 goals in 20 games for Argentina. What a star. Look at him. 20 dribbling, 20 first touch. He was a bit more of a winger. Oh, he's obviously kind of a winger now, but he was a proper winger and then developed into being that sort of false 9 forward that Barcelona played for many years before he sort of dropped back a bit again, hasn't he, in recent times. But what a star he was. We're not going to sign him, though. I'll try to, but I don't think I've got enough money, to be honest. I don't even know how much I've got in this first season. Oh, one of my favourite players ever, Andres Iniesta. 2 years before he won the World Cup for Spain, of course. Only 23 years old at the start of his prime. Look at him. 20 on passing, 20 on creativity, 20 on decisions. That is the ultimate central attacking midfielder. That is the dream. I mean, if I could sign him, I don't even care if I don't sign all these other players I used to sign with Arsenal, or did sign. Aguero at Atletico Madrid, only 19 years old, turned into one of the best players on this game. What a star he was. He doesn't have a picture. Chiellini. I actually played him as a left back for Arsenal. Look, he's a left wing back according to this. Left wing back at Juventus. He's already been capped 7 times by Italy, only 22 years old. But I did actually sign him for this Arsenal team. So I'm going to attempt to do that again. Oh, one of my favourite ever players on Football Manager, Vincent Kompany. He was unbelievable for my Arsenal team. Central defender, but I think he could kind of play defence midfield as well at the time. And he was playing over in Germany. It'd already been capped 14 times by Belgium at this point. He has been around the Belgian team a lot. Why is my computer turning off? What are you doing? It's fine. I've rescued it. Dean Ashton. I don't know why I added him to the list because I didn't sign him, but I just wanted to show you. The Dean Ashton, before he got horrific injuries, he was going to be a star. He wasn't capped by England by this point. I think him and Wayne Rooney alongside each other for England, that would have been a deadly duo if he hadn't got injured, because he was an absolute monster, Dean Ashton. No words for this guy. I'm now going to give you many words about this guy because he was unbelievable. What a goalkeeper. My favourite ever goalkeeper from Football Manager. At the age of 21, he's already been capped 17 times. He's a goalkeeper. He's been in the Russian team for years and years and years. In real life, he's still relatively young for a goalkeeper. Early 30s. He could still play for another 5-6 years for the Russian national side if he wants to. He might choose to retire early, I don't know. But what a player this is. And I have to sign him. I think I had to pay a big fee for him, though. At the time, it was a big fee, like £15 million. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him. I'll give it my best shot, though. Arturo Vidal. He was such a versatile monster. He is now. But even at this point, at the age of 20, playing for Leverkusen, he was just so versatile. Sorry that I'm just raving about random players. This is what this episode's all about. I'm showing you the players I'm intending to sign before episode 2 to improve this team. I'll also show you my tactic in a minute. I think I've put it together. Thomas Vermaelen, good. But I mean, the Belgians, it was the start of their golden generation. They were all young at this point, and they developed into being world-class talents, of course. Some of them didn't. Some of them did. Most of them did, to be honest. Vanden Borre, he had flashes of brilliance throughout his career, but it didn't quite work out for him like Football Manager predicted, because he is literally one of the best players ever to be produced on any Football Manager game. Unbelievable. Look at him at the age of 19, sorry. He's only 19. Look at him. And he's so versatile as well. He's probably my number one target. He is unbelievable. He's only worth £2.4 million as well, although I don't know how much I'll have to pay to get him. Banega, the creative maestro in defensive midfield. Oh, I love this guy on FMOA. I knew him way before everyone else. Who said that to their friends when a player comes to prominence in world football and you're like, I knew him before everyone else. I discovered him on Football Manager, ignoring the fact that the scouts behind Football Manager actually discovered him, not yourself. But we'll forget about that. You discovered these players. I discovered these players on Football Manager. No one else did. Axel Witsel had a really good tournament actually for Belgium at the World Cup. Very impressed with him. I always wondered what he actually did, but I was very impressed with him at the 2018 World Cup. Unsung hero. But here he is at the age of 18. Turns into a very good... he's actually... Look at this. This is really weird. He's a right winger on FM08. A right winger. By the way, Moussa Dembele, the other Belgian midfielder, he's a striker on this game. He started off as a striker, really. But talking of strikers, another Belgian, Jelly Vossen. Didn't he turn into being quite a good player? I don't think I signed him on FMO8, but I remember him being a decent striker. Whatever happened to him? But this is the man I was talking about, Pablo Piatti. This is Football Manager Pablo Piatti. It's not Football Manager 2008. This guy was amazing. And you could sign him for pretty much any team from the Championship and above. I signed him for Leicester City in the Championship and he got me promoted single-handedly back on FMO8. I signed him for everyone I possibly could sign him for. What a player. So he's going to be my first signing. Eden Hazard as well. I don't know if he developed on this game, but look at him. He's 16 years old, playing for Lille. And this is 10, 11 years ago now. Crazy. I couldn't find De Bruyne. He wasn't on here, but he might be if I loaded Belgium or something like that. And another player I really loved, particularly on a sort of like FM11, Jordan Spence. I don't know if he develops on an FMO8, but he was capped by England every level up till, well, under 21s, and he was actually the captain at every level as well up until that point. And he was very good on the old games. I don't know if this was a bit too early for him to be actually a really good player. I might sign him, we'll see. So those are my transfer targets. Looking at tactics, these are the tactics. It's kind of... I can't actually remember what I played. I really wish I had my old save file. It possibly could be on my first ever laptop, which I still own, but is in my parents' loft back home. I really need to get that, because it possibly might be on there. But possibly not. Anyway, this is sort of like a diamond formation, which is what I'm going to go with. This is obviously using the players I currently have. It looks quite small, the tactics screen, doesn't it? I can barely see. I'm going to have to do that to read the words. Why are they so small? Maybe there's a way to make it bigger, I don't know. I think there is a zoom feature, isn't there? I'm not sure there is on the old games. Oh, I don't know where I'm clicking. I don't know. I can't remember all of this. There's just buttons everywhere that I hidden away. And let's look at the England team, actually. How do I look at the England team? I want to look at the Is that the England? There's the England team. Look how different it is. Ben Foster in goal. David James and Paul Robinson. Wesley Brown. The man, the myth, the legend. Wesley Brown. Wasn't he one considered a FIFA legend at the World Cup? That was really random. Gary Neville at the age of 32. So yeah, he was getting on a bit then as well. Even better. Mika Richards. He was an absolute monster back when Man City just started to come to prominence. Were they rich at this point? I don't think they'd quite been bought. Is there a way to look it up? I mean, Paul Dickov was on their favoured personnel at this point. Hilarious, really. They are rich. Maybe they have been bought. How do I look at their staff? Is he the... Oh, yes. This was the year they were bought. I completely forgot about this until very recently when I just randomly went on the Man City Wikipedia page. They were bought out by this Thailand guy. And then, the year later, bought out again. I'd just completely forgotten about that. It was quite bizarre, really, at the time. Anyway, look at, Rio Ferdinand in his prime at the age of 28. David Beckham at the age of 32. Owen Hargreaves, it's only 26 years old. Michael Carrick, England should have utilised him a lot more. Joe Cole, when he was absolutely, probably world class, to be honest. You'd put him in that bracket. Steven Gerrard, 27 years old, in his prime. No chance of signing these players for Arsenal, by the way. Frank Lampard, 29 years old. Wow. Incredible players. With Andy Johnson in the team as well. Michael Owen by this point had suffered from injuries, hadn't he? He's only 27. Look at him though, 20 on finishing. He'd lost a bit of pace by this age. He really was an early bloomer, wasn't he? Michael Owen. But yeah, anyway. Can we do it with Arsenal? I don't think I'll be able to do much in this first season. I've got a decent squad, but I don't think it's quite good enough. But I hope you're looking forward to the rest of the series. Please leave a like if you are. That'd be very much appreciated. I know I've rambled on today. That's just... I sometimes just get into a very rambly mood. Sometimes I'm very precise to the point and the videos will be relatively short. Other times, it really just depends what mood I'm in. But anyway, until next time... I can't use my catchphrase of enjoy FM18. You can enjoy FM18, but perhaps you can go back and enjoy Football Manager 2008 as well. And remember to let me know your memories of FM08. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.